Our next speaker this morning is a very special lady, Dr. Angela Soong. Angela is a property developer, a prolific landlord, investor, author, speaker, entrepreneur, and former regional network property host. She is also the Global Women Director of an empowerment group, a wealth strategist and business therapy coach, business startup consultant, RTT hypnotherapist, mental health advocate, this list goes on, forgiveness practice practitioner, spiritual healer, and UN Peace Ambassador representing Woolme in the United Kingdom.
Morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Angela Soong, and today I've got a fabulous, I'm the crazy scientist here, and one of the amazing things that I love is about advanced technology. So I'm going to be talking to you about the quantum tech healing and sound frequencies for healing, total wellness, and also evolution. Because this quantum technology, as you hear the word quantum, it means referring to a place of no time, no space, and where you can extract the information that you need to change you. What you see on here as a picture is a AI creation of a lady, or it could be a man, on a medibed. Attached to this medibed, there are lots of little probes which will emit frequencies and vibrations. And then she is also blindfolded and listening to some headphones of sound healing, either music or some sort of pattern and resonance binaural sound. Now, imagine you've got a machine that you turn on and you are in this quantum field. How great would that be? Most people who do yoga, most people who do meditation, this is exactly what they're trying to get into, this quantum field. Now, I do have this machine who gets you into that time and space and that information that you are trying to access, that creativity, that information that you are trying to heal, which part of the body, that information that you're trying to manifest into your life, right? So let's just have a quick introduction of myself. So I'm also known as Her Royal Highness, Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Angela Soong. My titles are not the most important. It's what I do that is more important than the titles I've just given. So I've spoken at Harvard, University, Cambridge, Parliament, House of Commons. I've been a property host for 3.5 years. I've made some people very rich indeed in property and teaching how to people run their business. But most importantly, you have to give back. Right? All this knowledge, all this experience, all these connections and networking, you have to give back. And as you can see, women empowerment is important for me because I come from an ethical, ethnic minority where I've had a traditional background. Parents are expected me to be a good daughter, good wife, and somewhere down the line I wasn't happy, in living other people's expectations. So at some point, yes, I was disowned by my family because I wanted a divorce, but sometimes life puts you in a different direction and you have to then go out and find yourself. And that's where I started to just start from the bottom and work all the way back up to find myself. And that's when I really now find in my journey that I'm really in my flow. So I empowered other women. I had women empowerment groups and got associated with lots of different associations like Success Resources. But most importantly, I'm here now with the IGC. And that is Professor Avinash Barnes with the IGC group in London. That was last year. We had a really fabulous time. So that's a little bit about me. And of course, most importantly, is my family, my 2 children, Sam, Morgan, and my partner. And we're super happy, you know. Right, let's get back on track to quantum healing. I really do have this machine, and so that is the idea of when you get onto that machine, what it kind of feels like and looks like. And that is the Rasha machine that I'm using currently on my clients. They are on the Medibed, as you can see. You can see a lot of attachments to a machine, to the Medibed. I cover them up because they want to be snuggled and huggled. And they have a blindfold on with the headphones. Now, that is working with scalar energy. And scalar energy is something that Nikola Tesla, people have heard about it. Some people, the awakened ones, have definitely hear about and learn about Nikola Tesla. Scientists talking about free electricity, you know, he did design that. Scalar energy was designed, actually, it's been there, had been invented or found in about a century ago when he was alive. And he said, he quoted, that everything works with frequency, energy, and vibrations, and everything is, because think about it, everything that you are has a code, right? A composition, an element, and the way it's formed is a code. The way we are, our personality, our genes, you know, has a code, and everything, every single cell has a code. Your pancreas has a code, your liver has a code, you know. So, you know, the way we look has a code, and how we, you know, as we age, our DNA sort of then becomes a bit more shorter in our information. So that is a bigger picture to show the machine is working. And when it works, what happens? So scalar energy is actually then emitted. And it's actually a composition of neutral gases, very neutral gases. There's no harm in it at all. And it creates like a 2-meter radius within a circle. And then the client actually goes into the quantum field. Now, you can't just go into a quantum field expect nothing. You have to have expectations. So clients will come in and say, look, I've got an illness, I've got cancer, or I've got this, I've got that. Or it could be athletes, it could be an artist, it could be somebody who's trying to create a new business, and it could be somebody who wants to make more money. And so, therefore, that is their intention. Now, human beings are very important in knowing that they have permission first to let other information in them and how they feel about emotions and things, right? But also, their intentions is their creation of how they live and be and become, right? So information and intention is very important, and this machine can help you manifest, because you go into the quantum field and you're extracting information from the cosmos to create that intention, to make it come true. You need to, after you've taken that, you've probably got information, ideas start swirling around, you become less stressful, you're relaxed, because of the vibration creating is emptying your vessel. So one of the first treatments that we do is emptying that vessel, which is your meridian flow line. So it unblocks the chi channels. So it's working to a degree where it's not only just physical, you can hear the sound, and working with frequencies of vibration for healing and holistic balance, but it works on your emotional and spiritual well-being. And it works with the quantum consciousness healing, because it goes into that quantum field where people try to meditate, where people try to release and purify themselves or obtain ideas. So GP in here, I know, but when we talk about metaphysical, that means energy is created. A lot of our illnesses are created by ourselves, because we are so powerful, you just don't know that. But you're so powerful that a lot of illnesses are manifested by your own thoughts and negativity and what you say to yourself and think every day. Now, when, for example, liver cancer is well known in the liver for people to be very angry. And if they're angry over a long time, that energy is stuck in the area of that organ, near the organ, and then it causes inflammation, and then it causes mutation. And that's just an idea of one illness, right? And if you ask anybody who has liver cancer, for example, have you been angry? I would say probably 95% of their lives, they have been angry, or long-term anger is persisted. So that means that's metaphysical, because it's emotional energy turning into something else that becomes physical. And there's a lot of other metaphysical illnesses. For example, arthritis is related to self-criticism and people criticizing you. So joints and pains. So every organ, every cell system vibrates, because as I was saying to you, every single cell, everything that exists has a code. Now, the problem is, most people don't know how to access that code to self-heal themselves, right? So, for example, if you have a knee joint pain or I don't know, a stomach issue, how do we self-heal ourselves? How can we tap into that programming, our soul, our information, our biochemistry, to create that pathway, biochemical pathway, to target those areas for healing, self-healing, right? Most people don't know, because they need that code. It's like a telephone number. If I was to call you or you, every single person has a different telephone number. And this machine knows that telephone number. And that's the difference. It's targeting with the right program. I've mentioned about what scalar energy does. It helps with pain relief, balance, clarity, regeneration, and even evolution. So let's talk about that a little bit more. And by the way, scalar energy, when Nikola Tesla invented that, or found out that kind of energy, what happened was the government took it off him. Because they don't want it for humanity. There's lots of things that, like free electricity exists, but they don't want it for humanity. Why? We know it needs tax. It's about money. It's about keeping people in the rat race. They don't want people to evolve and think for themselves too much. But now, the internet and exposure to information is just widely available. Junk DNA. I don't want to go too much into science. That's why I'm wearing this long coat, my science lab coat, that I used to wear as a biology teacher. I was teaching for about 4 years when I graduated. 98% of our DNA is junk. And they call it junk because they don't understand its purpose, its existence. But it has a purpose, because everything is created with a purpose and a function. And just because scientists don't understand it right now, it doesn't mean it doesn't have a purpose. And imagine how much of our junk DNA can be turned on, and then we become more superhuman. What if we think faster? What if we create more? What if we is an athlete? You can run faster and react faster, right? Wouldn't you love those abilities? And this machine can help with your evolution and turn on junk DNA. And in the past, by the way, in terms of our civilization, we're not the first civilization. We have found artifacts that go beyond, our known existence. And carbon dating. So there has been people in the past where they worked with crystals, and the power of thought alone can move objects. That's how people were in the past in other civilizations. So that's another thing we can talk about another time. But certainly it can help with consciousness DNA, relating to your intuition, like I was saying, your potential, your light and energy coding. It has a lot of that, working with biochemical pathways and biofields. Healing and activation, very important. This is what we want to work with, the sound, the frequencies, and the meditation, for example, but it does it for you. Take a picture of this. This is some very popular healing frequencies, okay? You don't have to go on my machine. You can find this. It's widely available on YouTube, on Spotify. They are healing frequencies. And if you go into, for example, YouTube and type in these frequencies, they will help you with whatever it is that you're going through. And 432 is one of the most calming, relaxing frequencies that when you play the music, there's this kind of noise that comes out of it, and it's like deep breathing and telling you and teaching you how to breathe even more deeper, especially when you're stressed. Got it? Right. And I don't have time to go into affirmations. Everyone knows affirmations can work, right? So take a picture of this and use this when you need more healing. Because affirmations work with the subconsciousness. As a hypnotherapist, that's another thing I do. The mind doesn't care whether you let in positive information or negative information, right? If you say you're clever, it believes you. If you say you're not, it also believes you, right? So what you say to your children and what you say to yourself, how you talk to yourself, is very important because it will believe you regardless whether it's positive or negative. And if you say positive things to yourself, to your children, they believe you, don't they? They just absorb like a big sponge, and your mind is just simply that. So your words can heal and it can cause issues as well. And that was what I was talking about, the metaphysical side. And words, guess what? It has vibrational instructions to your cells. It can damage it and it can heal it as well. So affirmations can reshape your subconsciousness, but you also must believe it. If you believe it, imagine, so when you're doing these kind of affirmations, like for example, I am aligned with my highest self. So you imagine that alignment, the light going through you, right? And connecting to your highest self, your true self of who you come to truly be in this life, right? And find your purpose. My body is a self-healing temple. You've got to believe that because it is. I'm not going to go through everything, but please take a picture. And I want to give you an actively a secret mantra. This is what my master has taught me and shared with me. This is the meridian line of how you release and unblock your chi channels meridian. So take a picture of that. And I want you to sing with me, right? And it's Hey He Hong A Shu Wang Yo. Please, everyone, sit up straight and sing this with me. Hey He Hong A Shu Wang Yo. And again. Hey He Hong A Shu Wang Yo. One more time. Hey He Hong A Shu Wang Yo. Hey He Hong A Shu Wang Yo. Now, whether you sing loud or quiet, loud heals the outside, and if you're quietly whispering on the inside, it actually heals the cells on the inside, your RNA and DNA as well. So this secret mantra, not secret anymore now, is going through your chi channels, so your root chakra, your sacral, your heart, and so forth, right? It goes right up to yo. Yo goes all the way back down the spine, the intracellular spaces, and it rotates round. So then you unblock your chi channels and your meridian line, and you instantly feel more energetic and feel more better and calm. These are just hints of how to start healing at home with sound. And you can have, so play your healing frequencies that I've given you. Meditate with your tuning forks, your bowls, your mantras. I forgot about my bowls here, and just might give you a big ding sound. It's not the most professional one, because the professional one looks very heavy. And guess what? Every single instrument has its own vibration and frequency. And the ones that you need are the ones that you're going to feel something in an area where you have got some meridian line blockage. And there are different frequencies, A, B, C, D, all different tones. and you'll find the right singing bowl for you or the right Tinkerbell for you that will unblock your meridian chi channels. Okay, so you can use those, and you can use other quantum tools. You can look up, and crystals. Crystals is another way of healing because it has its own frequency and vibration, and we often change after a while when our body changes or our needs changes or our problems change. And then on those affirmations, and of course breathing. Breathing is the most important thing in the world. Breathing techniques, right? And there's lots people teach out there. I've lost my... So that's about me with talking about the Rasha machine with myself. I have purposely bought, as a property developer, I've purposely bought my first boutique hotel so that I can do retreats with my machine and also healing in the spiritual level as well. So thank you. And that's my information if you want to contact me. WhatsApp me, I'm a bit of a dinosaur here. So WhatsApp. And it says, healing is not just science. It's a vibration, an intention, and it's consciousness in motion. It's your thinking, right? And just because thinking isn't necessarily measurable on the scale, but everything starts with thoughts before any creation is made. So don't undermine thinking, and positive thinking is so important. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Angela Soong. Can I just say, Angela's a very dear friend of mine, but she's also a human catalyst for change. It's her fault that I'm a humanitarian today. I was never a strong humanitarian until 2 years ago, and I'm literally very, very active, all because of this lady.